Hi guys, welcome back to my Arsenal YouTube channel. I'm going to quickly get into it. I'm going to really start with the big news, of course, coming out of the club. It looks like our midfielder, Mesut Özil, is going to be leaving to go play for Fenerbahçe in Turkey. Of course, he is of German-Turkish descent. That would probably suit him to go back to Turkey and play for a club there. As all of you may know, he is arguably our star midfielder. He has not been a part of Mikel Arteta's plans this season and has actually not played a competitive game for Arsenal since March of last year. So get that into your heads, think about that for a while. He obviously does not have any role to play in Arsenal anymore. Arteta obviously does not like him. He didn't even name him in the squad for this season. When he put up his squad of players to the FA, he did not even name Özil in the squad. Özil is reportedly training with the team. He was given a couple of days off recently to deal with a personal issue. That's what Mikel Arteta said. To be honest, considering the bad one that we were going on recently, before we won those 3 games in a row, I was very happy that Mikel Arteta did not go back and try to include Özil in any way, shape or form. I am not a fan of this guy. I do not rate him at all as a player, and his performances for Arsenal speak for themselves. Once every so often he'll score some goal and people are just talking about him like he's the greatest player that ever lived. I mean, he's a long way from Diego Maradona, so I'll say no more about it. I'm really happy, like I said, that Arteta did not go back in desperation with the team sliding and play Özil, because he gives nothing to the team, and for me he's never justified a starting place in the team. That's him as a player. I'm not having to quote him personally as a person, I don't know the guy, but he's not up to it. I'm very happy with the news. Of course, at the end of May, when the season ends, he is out of contract with Arsenal. Now he is able to talk to clubs about his future. So why he stayed so long, maybe he did not have a choice, but he was just hanging around in the reserves, hanging around on the bench. Obviously more than happy to get paid, but like I said, his performances, the way things have been going, he never for me justified a place in the starting 11 when you've got young guys in there that were given much more effort and that were actually physically stronger. I go back to this point about him every single time. When we played the likes of Liverpool, when we played the likes of United, or any team that gets physical in the midfield, he disappears. The physicality of the game, athleticism, he's not at the races. Yeah, he's got a good touch on the ball, he can play a pass, but when it gets tough, when it becomes a battle out there for that 10-15 minute period, he disappears. You know what I mean? I'm really happy that he's not playing for the club anymore, and I'm very happy that he will be leaving soon. I wish him all the best, but I'm delighted he's gone. Never rated him as a player. Moving on from that, Bukayo Saka has been named our player of the month for December. For me, he's the player of the season. A wonderful player. Of course, the better he gets, maybe clubs will have interest in him and come in for him, but we should do everything we can in our power to hold on to this player. There's no way on earth I would let a player of that ability go. Not a chance. Talking about some team news, I'm going to talk about Gabriel and Thomas Partey. The latest on them from their injuries. Of course, tomorrow, you know, I'm talking about this because it's in relation to tomorrow's game. We are at home in the FA Cup to Newcastle United. Of course, like I said, that game is at the Emirates. Gabriel, of course, as you know, our defender, sorry, he recently tested positive for COVID, and he's not showing any signs of the illness anymore. He is recovering, but they need to do the medical checks and the protocols to see how he's going. I think the best thing to do really is, if he does not play tomorrow, take all the necessary precautions. There's more Premier League games coming up. I think tomorrow's not going to be a problem anyway. We should win that game. We are at home, the team is in form. Let's get him ready for the Premier League. As opposed to Partey, he's actually back in full training this week. He's after recovering from that injury to his left thigh, so maybe he will figure tomorrow. That's a bit of a doubt, that's a bit of a 50-50. Might not be a bad idea to break him in gently, you know. Maybe bring him on as a sub in the second half when the game is under control. Last thing you want to do is strain that injury again. I mean, thigh injury, he'll only be out for longer then. Like I said, Bukayo Saka was our player of the month. In my opinion, he should be our player of the season. Wonderful, wonderful performances, and like I said, Arsenal should do everything in their power to keep this player at the club. What are your thoughts on tomorrow's game? How do you see it going? You can comment in the comment section below. I honestly think the game, we can win it. We're not going to have, obviously it was a bit of a walkover away to West Brom in our last match in the Premier League, our 4-0 win. It's not going to be along the same lines as that. It's going to be a bit of a tougher match, even though we're at home. There's no fans at the game now. Home advantage really doesn't come for anything. It's all down to the team. I would start Emile Smith-Rowe, I would start Martinelli, I would start Saka, and just let them go at them. That has been our source of success. Tierney on one side, Saka on the other, good delivery into the box. Aubameyang is still not playing well. I wouldn't start him at all, to be honest. Lacazette, he's in there, he's around the box. When the good delivery comes in from Tierney and from Saka, he's really profited. 2 goals in the last game, our last match in the 4-0 win over West Brom, away to West Brom, speaks for itself. They weren't the prettiest of goals, but they don't need to be. He just hammered the ball into the net. That's all we need. We'll take the 3 points, we'll take the win. Tomorrow, hopefully we'll advance to the next round of the cup. Basically, yeah, that's the way it's looking with me. I would start Lacazette. I would play him full forward. Pepe, I would not play. El Neni, I would not play. I would play the 2 in defence. I would have Rob Holding, and I would have Pablo Mari. They have been playing well together. Obviously the left and the right back picked themselves. I would of course not play Bellerin. I would play Tierney with Ashley Maitland-Niles. Midfield, I would not play Xhaka. I would not play El Neni. They're 2 guys we should also try to offload if we can at the end of the season, or today if we can. That would be good too. We're not a fan of theirs. Midfield itself, Ceballos. Maybe we can bring in, I don't know, Torreira is not back at the moment, I think. They're talking about him coming back, but as far as I know, he's not back. But the midfield really should be without the other 2 guys, Xhaka and El Neni. I don't rate them at all. I would play anyone in there instead of them, even Pepe. Like I said about Aubameyang, I think he's fit, but he's just not got that killer instinct. He's not got that touch. Martinelli showed more in 20 minutes than Aubameyang has in the last 5 or 6 games. A constant source of threat, a constant danger, constantly moving the back line around, and always looking to get in, always looking to get the shot away. A constant source of danger for the full 90 minutes. I mean, he was a real handful. I mean, he's quick and he's physical. He's a tall guy, he's big and he's strong, and he can run. I mean, he's got a good engine on him. They're young guys. Emile Smith-Rowe the same. Sometimes he just burst through. It wasn't pretty. He just burst through with the ball, and something happened for another player then. You know, he committed players in. Ball broke free. Lacazette was onto it, smashing it in. That's what he can do. Martinelli is more quick, maybe better technically. Smith-Rowe, he works very hard for the team. He has got technical skills, of course, but he links very well with Martinelli in the forwards. And you've Tierney on one side, who's in very good form, Saka on the other. I mean, we should open up Newcastle, no problem. Please let me know what you thought about my video. Of course, if the main talking point is, of course, Mesut Özil. What does the future hold for him now? Obviously, it's away from Arsenal. Reports coming in now, I just saw that actually Fenerbahçe say that a deal has been agreed. Let's see how that works out. Of course, I'm happy to see him leave. He wasn't worthy of a starting place. Please comment in the comment section below about the Mesut Özil situation, what you think of it. Of course, a like, and please subscribe to my video, as I'm pushing on for 1,000 subscribers now. I really wish you all the best. Of course, big game tomorrow. I wish the team all the best. I'll probably do a preview before the match tomorrow, and then do a review after it, so you can check that out too. Stay safe, stay healthy, and take it easy. Come on, you Gunners.